Hi, everybody. Welcome to a Wednesday afternoon here on Kobold Press. I'm your littlest red dot coming to you for the last time as on this show as your host, I should say, as your host, because today I have with me a fresh face, though not new to Kobold Press Twitch channel, but new to our staff. I want everybody to welcome in Erik Frankhouse as our newest member of staff as our content production manager. I'm so excited for the both of us to be here. Obviously, Erik's already waving the black flag, and we always kick off with announcements, which we're going to get there soon. Erik's brought his honorary cup with him. So, your shrunken head cup. And how else better to kick off a Wednesday? Now, I'll tell you, for today, we've got a very interesting one. Much like we did last week with an intro of Zach, you all are going to get to ask Erik questions. Now, we have interviewed Erik on this channel before about the usual GM stuff. Which means I need you to dig deep. So deep, and come up with questions that maybe Erik hasn't answered on this channel before. Erik's muted. That seems inappropriate. Hang on. That seems so inappropriate.
Starts Dot. Dot's like, we love him so much.
That's so
He's
inappropriate.
muted.
Now he's with us. What
He's
Erik
muted.
was
We love
saying
him
is
so
that
much.
I'm perfect and amazing.
That is not what I said.
He's going to be missing me so much. No.
What do you mean? I get to see you more now than normal.
It's
You're
true.
going to be tired of me in 2 weeks.
And we've already got questions coming in. So like I said, dig deep, everybody. You may know Erik, you may not know Erik, but that goal.
The ones that
today,
do, I'm worried. I see Moxie in here. I see Serving Hands in here. I'm a little worried. I see Mermaid. I'm a little worried about them asking me questions.
And here comes Kim with with great quality questions, Kim.
Oh,
I appreciate
God.
you. So I am going to scroll back and we're going to get these questions answered because
Let's
the most
go.
important question was asked first.
Okay.
Okay. But I have to do announcements. We're going to do a little bean spilling. Don't forget Fridays. Black Flag
Wait,
Fridays.
I'm not the beans being spilled?
You're one of the beans. You know we can't spill all the beans at once. You know what the reaction is to that, right? Like all the magical beans at one time.
Catastrophic.
Exactly. So we have to slow feed our beans, Erik.
Yes. You can't, you don't want to gorge yourself on beans.
Here is your Erik bean, everybody. Congratulations. I'm very excited to bring you on, Erik, and I'm excited to see what you're going to do. And actually, we've got some questions. Maybe you can answer and tell us a little bit more about that.
Maybe.
But, I have to bean spill some Black Flag, because why wouldn't I?
I mean, it's right here.
It's right there. So we are, if you didn't know, far surpassed the deep magic goal, which means we're into an excessive amount of stretch goals, which we could not have even planned for initially, which means now some of our stretch goals are actually Black Flag related.
Which is awesome.
Which is very cool, because we have announced that Deep Magic 2 is forward compatible, or will be forward compatible, which means you're getting a series of spells now kind of in Deep Magic that sets you up for success when Black Flag is finally here. So kind of really cool and very exciting stuff. Actually, you know what? I haven't checked it today, everybody. I was so disappointed in myself. I've not checked our Deep Magic 2.
Allergies will do that to you.
Y'all, I woke up today with some serious. My little nose was so red. I even have my roll of tissue. Like I
almost called you the real little red dot when you came on.
My nose was so red, everybody.
So
I'd been like sneezing. I was like, it's you. So yeah, it was like a whole thing. Okay, here we go. $697,000. We are fast on our way to $700,000 for the full backing of Deep Magic 2 and Deep Magic. I don't even know.
Like, at what point do you go, guys? We need to have a meeting for the meeting about the meeting last week for making stretch goals, because we're
it's outsourced. So here we are. We're making some new stretch goals and ones that are going to tie us in, like I said, to the next phase of this. Now, Black Flag Fridays are still a hot to trot thing. We will have brand new announcements for those of you who signed up for the official playtest form. So if you went into the form that's been in our blogs for the last few weeks, that form, we sent out an email to all of you to let you know a couple things. One, we totally missed a link, so we apologize in advance. You actually got 2 emails from us yesterday. One, to let you know what playtesting is going to look like, because Playtest Packet 1 is coming. It is right around the corner. For those of you that haven't signed up, now's a good time.
Yeah, you better do it ASAP, Rocky.
Because you might miss Playtest Packet 1. It doesn't mean you won't get the second Playtest Packet, but we don't want you to miss, we want you to kind of stick with us across the process, because that really helps us. So we sent a little message. We kind of told you a little bit about our process. Where does playtesting take place in the design process for our books? How your feedback is going to be used, who it goes to, what our just full process looks like, along with the fact that playtest packet 1 is fast approaching. We still have not given you a date. I'm so sorry, but it's coming, is what I will say.
Is the slower is it syllable based on like
It's
days and weeks? Is that how we
coming.
leak stuff here?
Yeah, start looking for all of the code words
Count
and
the
signals
syllables.
that I've been like putting on screen and figure out the date. But yes, no,
It's hidden in the background somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. I spy with my little eye. So there's definitely some things coming. But yes, let me see if I can. I think I actually.
We'll get you a link here to sign up for Black Flag. Let me pull up our.
I feel like maybe that link will take you there. I'll take you there.
Did you not check your own link you put up? Like I just accidentally put Deep in for Kickstarter for Deep Magic. Don't do that.
Don't do that. No. So that link right there takes you to our first announcement about Project Black Flag. And if you scroll down, you'll see there's a form option and our Discord. Both places are going to be great for playtest and feedback. So make sure you check. That blog basically has the info you need for start point.
And Discord for sure, because that has expanded exponentially since the announcement.
It's like 8,000 people, y'all. It's nuts.
There's a lot of stuff. If you want leaks that we don't say on air, you might find stuff there.
That's right. We do special things like Zach makes up cute little riddles, and there's stuff that you can gain access to. And so AMAs are coming. In fact, actually, 2 of our extended Kickstarter goals gave us new AMAs, and those are going to be coming. One of which is super important for Deep Magic because it's going to be talking about how to create good spells. Because it's time for all of you to submit your spells. So if you backed the Kickstarter, Deep Magic 2, you're going to get to submit a spell for review. Right now, I think we're at 50 public spells being put into the book. We will select 50 via an anonymous group of people that review it. And then you, if selected, get paid and published.
Where can they find that? Is that in the Kickstarter?
All of that information is listed on Kickstarter. Currently, the kind of stats and what's the word? Like all of the details about the template, the structure, what you're going to need to do is available now. So if you back now, you can go see that announcement where that has been placed.
Is that a backer update only?
It's a backer update only because, backers only get to submit. And then we will be posting information about deadlines for submission, where to submit very, very soon. So right now, you basically have the information to start thinking about it.
Yeah.
So start thinking about it, everybody, because it's coming. Now.
We're challenging you is basically what's going on.
That's right. In lieu of all of our Black Flag, we felt a lot of love from the community. And it is the season of love. It is the Valentine's Day
I'm wearing
season.
it.
You are. You're wearing your love hat. And it is from Georgia, Cubus Octopus. I'm a little Georgia lady through and through. Little Georgia lady through and through.
Hi, Cubist.
Yep. The season of love means that we have to do something here on this channel to celebrate.
Right. We're going to bury bodies, right?
Yeah. Who better to celebrate than all the skellies that don't have hearts?
Yes.
So this Valentine's Day season, we are going to be bringing you an all-skeleton one-shot led by our very own Erik Frankhouse. That is happening Monday, February 13th at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. I'm so sorry. I had to think through numbers and time zones. And that means you can come check it out. Now, if you are a fan of our monster one-shots, where we've done the mimics, we've done the oozes, you're going to see some familiar cast faces, but you're going to see a new cast member as well.
We do? Are we announcing cast members yet?
We can go ahead and announce cast
So one of them's in chat, Moxie. Hello.
Hey,
she's going to be doing
Moxie.
our first Kobold stream with us. She's worked on a lot of projects with me over the last year, and we had someone who unfortunately couldn't make it, and we needed to wrap it. I was like, I got someone. So I'm excited because I wanted to do this as a Korean vengeance movie, and I was told we had to do 80s cartoon. So
I said Saturday morning cartoon, but yeah, we all think 80s Saturday morning cartoon.
I was like, I could do that too. Yeah. Even though, I'm holding a shrunken head. So I'll add a little bit of it in there.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited. We're showcasing skellies during it, like skeletons.
Yep. All of our skelly monsters from books of yore, of Kobold Press monster books of yore, they're going to get to choose one. That's how our players do it. They choose the one they want to play, and then we make that monster instead of the bad guy. We kind of tell the story from.
I'm not even going to change their CRs.
No, hell, don't. It's
I'm just
so
gonna
much
change
fun
them,
to
just like
see
they
what they
are.
do. Look, when we played oozes and some
Like,
of
you
them
better
had
fight for your
intelligent- Yeah,
advantage.
some of them had intelligences that added like a -4. So it was
Oh, yeah.
really fun to play like oozes that had no concept
yeah.
of reality. It was just
I'm
like
in.
it was a lot of fun. So show up Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. right here on the Kobold Press channel for a little bit of fun. You'll see some familiar faces like Goblin Katie. I believe that Draconis is coming back alongside Josh Simmons, who all are wonderful human beings and out there doing great things for our community, and we're excited to have them. So there you have it. Announcements done. Bean,
And Tom
bean,
Hanks.
bean.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and Tom Hanks. Yeah, and so I've spilled beans. Now, the biggest bean I'm gonna spill is actually about the Valentine's Day game because it leads into the second phase of today's interview.
Yeah.
Which is, remember all those months ago where we like sat down with that super cool book called Campaign Builder Cities and Towns, and we all like worked together to build this really dope city called St. Costa? Well, guess who's gonna be using our chat built city in a Skelly Hearts game? No, you. Wait.
Yep.
That way. That you.
Yep. Lava lamp.
Oh, wait. Speaking of you, I feel like this. No, you know what? I'm going to save the special.
No,
for
that's
the end.
end. Nah, we'll do later.
For the end. I'm going to save it for the
No.
end. So
We got questions to answer and stuff.
Let's hop into these questions. First question is a hot dog sandwich.
I'm ready. A hot dog's a sandwich if you use a bun. If you don't use a bun, it's a hot dog.
Oh, interesting. So for you, the bun is the okay. I like that. That's actually a really solid answer for a very timely question.
As someone who's been stuck at ballparks a lot because my lady loves the Brewers, that is my argument. Because sometimes you will get a hot dog and you do not want that bun because that bun is soggy and disgusting on dollar hot dog
Look,
day.
as somebody that's first job was the slushy girl and hot dog girl at the ballpark in Blackshear, Georgia, can promise that these are true statements out of Erik's mouth.
Secret sauce just means you better get it fast or it's going to be soggy and the bread's the sauce.
Y'all, for $50 every Saturday, I used to go make slushies and hot dogs at lunchtime and tally ball games. Yeah. So,
yes, I did that too.
Yeah.
Oh
my
man. God. I learned to lie a lot.
I did too. Let me tell you what, I can grill up a freaking hot dog though.
You
Hot
gotta
dog.
let it rest. Look for the splits, let it rest and roll. Don't eat gas station hot dogs. Anyway, next question.
That's actually the tagline for my life in general. Just look for the splits, rest, and roll her over.
This goes along with also don't look up just the word deep on Kickstarter.
Yeah,
same conversation.
Yep. Okay.
Oh my God.
So in a very another poignant question coming from our very own sales manager, Kim. What are some of the things you're excited to do with Kobold Press?
Light things on fire. No, I'm super excited for Black Flag. I love new systems. I love learning new systems. And I actually really like teaching people how to be better at the craft and hobby we all love. I ran a few podcasts over the years, and my tagline was always watch, listen, learn, be a better gamer. And to me, there is something about this hobby that in day-to-day life, and now that things have become so popular, especially with COVID, it's like the one positive out of it. We have seen gaming become a language in like everyday life.
Yeah.
And that is not something we saw 10 years ago or 20 years ago when I started in this industry. There was hushed tones and secrets, cabin in the wood talk, but now it's open and I'm excited to be able to teach people a new system and really to work with an amazing team. I've followed Kobold since Kobold came around. One of my first panels was with Wolfgang at Gen Con because someone couldn't make it that I was on, and that was super cool. So I'm excited to be here and now part of the den. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, welcome to the Warrens, my friend. Now, since we're talking about Black Flag, how long to Black Flag's beta play test? So, to answer that question,
sign up sooner than later.
Sign up sooner than later. We have announced in multiple ways that the playtest process is as follows. We'll be dropping multiple packets of sections of the full Black Flag book, right? So, playtest packet number 1 has been announced as character creation, new character creation options. It will be, like I said, I guess you could say a taste test across the board as we move through. A new playtest packet will drop each month leading up to the Kickstarter, which we have not announced yet.
I mean, I would say this is pretty fair to say, and correct me, I'm new. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're really getting to see this as it's being designed. Like, while we have been working on this, you're getting packets basically as we feel they're ready to see.
Yeah, so basically, one of the things that we put in this email that went out yesterday to everybody that has already signed up is our process. And one of the things that we do maybe a little differently than a lot of other people is we actually start with your feedback first.
Yeah.
Right? We don't use
Yeah. We're
outside
making things for
consultants
you.
first, right? So our editorial team starts and gets a piece done or whatever it is done that needs to be play tested, and then we get your feedback first. So all of your
Mhm.
feedback comes to us. Now for Project Black Flag, this is the first time we are doing open public play testing. I need that to be very clear. We always do. We everything gets play tested without a shadow of doubt. It's just play tested by private organized groups, and in
Yeah.
this case we have opened it up to the public because we
Well, that's the
right
way the world has went over the last couple years with
right
things like
yeah
Project Greenlight for Steam, all the way down to how
yep.
Pathfinder did their stuff.
And
We have seen
really,
it.
there's a we believe that because this is a new game coming to you from us in an answer to like a solution to a problem, right? It's important in this case to
Mhm.
make sure that you're at the forefront of the development of that. So
Or you're not
your
going to play it.
right, exactly. Like why would we say that we know best? So we decided for this one to open up to the public. So we are going to take
Right.
public feedback. It will be via an online form. Um which, I've seen, and they're very manageable, which is really nice. So if you only play test a portion of the packet you get, say, just the new lineage heritage system, then
Mhm.
you can only select that's what you play tested and only have to answer questions for that section. If you did it
Yeah.
all, you'll have access to do it all. So, um, very user friendly, very, very helpful, and a great way to like for us to organize what we hope to be all 31,000 of you back, right?
Mhm. And it's
Because
a flexible system. Like, this doesn't mean things won't have to change because you asked for something. We're listening,
right. Like, right,
but
that's part
this
of
is
the
how
reason
we're
why we put you at the
starting.
forefront, right? Because we need
Yeah.
you to actually look at where our start point is and say, "This didn't work, this did work." And that gives us enough time to actually make change. Because if we put you
Yep.
too late in the process, change is much more difficult. So, you're at the
Oh,
forefront of the
God.
development of this. So, please be patient with us and know that this is not coming as some polished, finished book to you. This is
No.
coming in sections of playtest packets where you can bite-size your way through what we are working
Yeah.
on right
Yeah.
alongside us. After all your feedback is in for the mini playtest package you'll receive over the next few months, then it goes to our editorial team, who does an internal review of your feedback and then implementation.
Yep.
Then when that is done, it goes to an outside review, and that outside review comes back for final editorial to before print. So
Yeah.
be at the
Agile
forefront with
development, if
us.
anyone
Yeah.
knows what that is.
What's up about that? So for all of you, please be patient with us. But that is basically our process. We've made that very clear in the email that went out to playtesters, and we will have that first packet out very very soon so that you can give us some feedback on where we're at and what we're working towards.
Mhm. I'm pretty sure, though, they're here for asking me questions. So what's next?
That's what's like. Yeah, no, you actually. I was literally. You read my mind. I was reading the chat to make sure I didn't miss a question.
There's the hot dog one was hilarious.
Question for us both. Okay. Oops. I
Oh,
missed
okay.
it. Okay. Hang on. I missed it. I fudged it up. Everybody.
They really need a plug-in for Twitch where a Q&A is easier.
I agree. It's one of the reasons why I love Discord A&As.
I tell everyone to put a Q in front with
What if I
colon
could-
so that we know
There
it's
we
a
go.
question.
Question
That's what
for
I've been doing
both.
when I
Yes, there we go. Okay. So, if you could choose. Oh no, I lost it again. Damn you, Twitch. If I could choose. Why is this so hard today? It's because y'all are chatting so much. I can't keep up. Okay, here we go.
Mine pauses when I scroll.
Yeah, mine kind of does, but it always pauses in between. Okay, if you could choose one power, which would you choose? To receive $20 every time you snap your fingers, or the power to befriend every dog in the world?
Oh, I know my answer.
I have a follow-up question. When you say dog,
Do we need a follow-up first, or do we answer first?
Well, I guess it's a clarifying question. When you
Okay.
say dog, do you mean all canine creatures?
Oh, the whole Canis lupus
The whole Canis
family?
lupus family? Or do you mean just like
Does that include werewolf larpers?
Okay, so does that include like our like our lupines? Does that include, there are various
Yes, follow your heart is what they say.
Okay, great. Follow my heart. So I would say if that's the case, it would be really, really easy for me to pay off my student loan debt by snapping my fingers a whole lot of times. I'd do it till they were freaking raw. But being
You know
able to
what's-
like
It's true.
befriend every rabid wolf, dog, Do you know how many places I could break into? This is my my chaotic evil. Break into that have dog security if you were just like
Squirrel brain is what I just heard.
right? Anyway, so I think I'd have to choose the dog if we're talking about the whole like canine family.
The whole genus. Okay,
Yeah.
so I agree, but not for the same reason.
Oh, okay.
I wish wait, hold on. I can do this. So let's get personal here. So I think I would take dogs because they make more than snapping fingers. If I had every dog in the world on my side, TV shows, movies, every Lassie film, perpetual money. And then I'm surrounded by dogs. I'm just saying I would take dogs.
Now, yeah, I think I would have
2 for
to do
1.
that too.
I don't want to do this forever. This is already annoying.
I'm only $60 in.
Right. but 200 dogs for a dog movie. Like, dogs sit and they all sit.
Yeah.
Dogs run, they all run. That's
right.
millions.
Could you technically befriend all the dogs and be like, hey, dogs, tonight while your owners are sleeping, just steal their wallets for me?
Yes, again, squirrel brain, 100%
right?
we could do
hey,
that.
all the dogs in the world, if this paper comes
I like
in,
how you like
got,
take their silverware.
Yeah, and it's got fake news in it, remove the newspaper from the doorstep before your owner gets up in the morning. Dogs will be the solution to fake news.
Give me all your cars so that I can steal them by having keys.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so great question.
So dogs.
I didn't see any other like hard questions come through. If I missed one, everybody, please repost it.
I'm still surprised I didn't get bodied by the people that I'm close with in the audience. I'm very lucky that they didn't come out.
They did not. What is
one
of your favorite things you've ever worked on, Erik?
Ever? Like, does it have to be in tabletop? Are we generalizing it to tabletop?
It doesn't look like it is specific to tabletop in that regard. Ever, says Kim.
Okay, I am one of the reasons that the Unity engine went from having to buy when it was Torque. This is a video game engine. When it was in Torque to Unity, I am one of the reasons that it became free for indie developers to use versus having to buy it. That's one of the most proud achievements, and I did it again with an MMO engine afterwards. Basically, why are you making them pay for something that they may never produce when you could have way more teams producing something and pay you in the long haul? Let them try it. And it caught like wildfire. In my team that I was with at the time for a company, we are the reason that happened. And that's probably the best crowning achievement. Tabletop. Winning Iron GM 3 times, 2 times back-to-back, one with a perfect score, and placing the top 3 13 times. So I can rub in all the other Iron GM's faces. Because I'm a heel in it. I play a bad guy. We're just friends. We're all really close friends, but I have been in the top 3 for 13 years. Yep. And there was a point where like, you cannot place this year. We are trying to make a TV show. It looks stacked. But that's tabletop.
That's very cool. Well, to keep us on track, I will quickly answer this Black Flag question. Will it have the same classes as 5e? I cannot answer that directly. What I can say is that we have announced that it will be 5e backwards compatible.
Look, can we say backward compatible though? Like, it means that you can make it work. You will have to do stuff though.
I have been saying it will be 5e parallel, meaning you
Parallel's
can run
my favorite word.
5e alongside a Black Flag anything, and it'll work out just fine.
Yeah. Because I remember when backwards compatible came out for Xbox and you bought the new Xbox and like all your old games would be playable, then that wasn't the case. So like we just want to, I don't want to use a word that has a predetermined
and I think too that a lot of people think compatible means 1-to-1, and
it's not 1-to-1.
And no compatibility is ever 1-to-1.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, there's no such thing. So just be prepared.
I guess upgrading clippers for your fingernails is 1-to-1. Like
5e's already here. Project Black Flag is gonna just right up alongside it so you can be compatible and then exceed it is our goal.
Yeah, we're gonna race you down the street and eventually you're gonna be behind us. Yeah, so
that's the goal. All right. So to get to point of the rest of this, just so we can still answer questions while we build, but we've got about 25-ish minutes.
I can multitask.
Exactly, me too. So Kim says she has a ton more questions. If they don't take excessive brain power, go for it, Kim, and we'll answer while we build. Now, so what I'm gonna do, everybody, is I'm gonna quickly I need to actually share my screen with you. Gotta find the right one, Ski. Add it. Boom. There we are.
Look at that.
Okay, look at that Roll20. So we've got Roll20 up and ready to go. You collect anything, Erik, while I get us set up?
I do. I collect a lot of stuff.
Ooh.
I collect items that remind me of things in the long haul. I don't collect like trinkets and shit like that, but like I like to collect things that have a memory. So for me, I'm a huge fan of hats. I have a ton
You
of
have a
hats.
great hat collection.
I have like 70 plus hats because they all are an emote for me at some point in time, like emotion. But there's a lot of memories behind them. I also have a lot of figures from my past. Like I have a huge Goliath from Gargoyles over here because at that point in time, that reminded me of what design could look like for animation when I was wanting to do animation. I collect bags. I don't mean bags like paper bags, but like backpacks and stuff. I have
Oh, you
an
have a
army. I'm
large
always
selection of
looking for the
accessory
perfect
bags,
solution.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And flasks and bottles for water. I have a lot of these for different purposes. This is recycled aluminum cans into I think this one's an A7 size piece of paper. I like them because they fit in my bag.
You know what? I have a tiny bottle collection as well.
Yeah, I have tons of
That
them.
I
love
very
that
much
stuff.
like. I was gonna grab one, but I don't think
I have a
oh,
glass
it's over there.
flask
Yeah,
that I love.
that's cool. That seems
Yeah,
dangerous.
it's indestructible. I've dropped it numerous times. I
Oh
like
my
it
God.
because when it's on you, you're not taking it out. There's not issues, all that kind of crap. It works great. It's great for travel.
Cool.
And yeah, and pens, fountain pens. Fountain pens I do collect. I have a lot of fountain pens.
That's cool. I'm a felt marker lady myself.
A lot of those too.
Love a good felt
All-
marker.
See?
Oh yeah, marker always to the go-to.
Tons of them.
All right.
That has
Well,
to do with how I process design, though, is why I have all that stuff.
oh, I see. That's my sticky note collection problem. Is a lot about my process.
So we're character mastering this, huh?
So I think I'm gonna. This is what we did last week. Now, not all of this is gonna be exact because a lot of the stuff in the character master you can
not in
customize.
here.
It's not in here. It's not in here. But we did do a few things last week. So this week, everybody, we are using the Theurge. Now, the Theurge is new to the Deep Magic 1 book. For those of you that did not back Deep Magic 1, it will become available as a PDF single option to purchase this brand new base class. That is what this is. It is not a subclass. This is a base class called the Theurge. Now, I think it's important.
Which are super hard to make, by the way, if you've ever tried to do it.
They are
because you're trying to fill
very
a
hard.
void, and you have to find the void to fill.
So the Theurge, so we know we have the Witch, right? So the Witch is part of Deep Magic 2. The Theurge is this. Theurges revel in the unbridled wonders of magic regardless of its source. They strive to refine magical abilities driven by their quest to accomplish ever greater feats of spell casting. Many consider the Theurge to be the epitome of what it means to be a spellcaster.
Okay.
So that gives you a little understanding of maybe what we're aiming for here with this build. Now, for all of you that built our city with us, there was a very questionable side of the city, a plane that is pummeled in a storm. It is a perpetual storm, and we never really defined what that storm was. We just knew it was there, and that's some of the reasons why we leave stuff vague. So it just so happens that we have the preview ice. What did we call it? I don't want to get it wrong. What is it? The Deep Magic 1 preview of the ice. Yeah, it is ice. We did go with ice. The Frost Magic, Winter Magic, Ice kind of school.
Hey, I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so this is right up my alley.
This is
Literally,
perfect
it was negative 20 2 days ago, and it's 50 today. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, everything's a puddle right now. My magic is
and I bet
failing.
it's all runny and gross and dirty.
Try walking a dog in it that's 90 pounds.
Thank you. That being said, we're going to go. So last week we did pyromancy. This week we're going to go with this frost magic option. And so if we're building a Theurge frost, School of Frost, human, we don't actually know what our race is yet.
Oh, I'm ready. I know all of it.
Erik had the brilliant idea of like, well, why isn't he actually the reason for the storm in the perpetual storm? So we are actually kind of halfway building Erik's game for Monday, which I love. I love this.
So when I do shows and design, I love to have a super interactive audience with stuff that I'm doing. Like I use Streamloot cards on my channel when I do stuff to let you interact in special ways. I love having them do dice rolls for the randomness. Dot had to witness that when we were running some stuff in the past. But for me, I wanted this guy to be tied to the adventure we're going to do on Monday for the Skelly Hearts. And I think that they're the reason that there is a snow that happens every evening at the same time. And the reason I think so is I noticed in here it says the divinity of magic. I think he prays when the sun goes down versus when it comes up. And when he prays, that is what causes the ice storm.
What do you think is his race? What is his
Is there any
origin?
special races that are elemental based in the Kobold lore?
There are a couple actually.
Because I think he is devoted
Probably
to this.
the Jinborn. The Jinborn are kind of tied to
One of my favorite things.
to that. I would like that's a really great option. You can
Done.
always you want to go Jinborn?
Done.
Love
We're
it.
doing it.
Done.
Because I have an idea for how to double down on that, and they look
Love
the
it.
part.
Now a lot of them come out of the Southlands, but that's just Midgard.
Doesn't
lore, right?
matter.
Like,
Deserts
Jinborn you
get
can use wherever.
cold.
Right at night, they're frigid. If you've ever lived
They're
in the
frigid.
desert, you know what we're talking
There
about.
is a frost. I think he comes from an area that originally was a frozen tundra with like that, that like traditional cracked mud,
Oh
like
yeah,
when
it's
at
like
night.
yeah.
And it's the texture that everybody uses to make distressed textures. That is the place he came from.
It's just like
but he
so
wanted
cold.
real snow.
Oh.
He wanted weather. He wanted to be as close to his deity as possible. So he moved to where weather happens. Now he's just forcing it to be year round.
I love that. So, alignment?
I think he's chaotic neutral to start until he meets people, because I don't think he's met anyone yet.
No, he's gonna not like well, you might meet a few skellies.
Like
now,
animals and stuff like that, he's good with. They're either a source of food or they serve a purpose. But I think he just communes a lot, and I think he slowly will adopt like helping these people out. Like, look, everyone needs their beer cold.
Yep, and I'm thinking as a Jinborn, you get two sub races, which is the Shaper and the Speaker. The Speaker Jinborn,
Are they charisma based?
they bear the mark. Like one is a bit more martial, right? One is a fighter class. You're like a warrior version that protects your people, and then there's the Speaker Jinborn, which are usually guides, elders, and like leaders.
Ooh, I think he's actually the first one. I think he's martial.
Great. So let's actually go
martial.
with the Shaper then, the Shaper Jinborn.
Because I think he uses like an ice pick.
Yeah, and it gives you an elemental strike option, so that seems right. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
moving
perfect.
right along. Choosing a class. Now, this is where we're going to get a little weird, because we got a custom class, an original class.
Yes.
Which I want to make sure I
Which
pull
means
up
you
for
cannot
the
level
deets.
this up later unless you do it manually.
Unless you do it manually, yeah.
I found that out the hard way doing my show.
Yep.
Sorry, Drew.
Let's see. I wanted to grab the deets to make sure I got
Well, while you
everything.
start putting the details in, I know
you
we
keep
start with
answering
obviously the
questions.
normal proficiency bonus. We get spell casting, we get cantrips, and we get first level spells.
Yep.
But there is a question in here that is amazing. Pip asks, what is the most unique and or unintended use of a spell that you have seen? Okay, so at conventions, I go to a lot of them. Specifically Gen Con, we were running a large, numerous table, 100 and something person group where everyone was playing Dark Elves or Drow because of the campaign setting we were in for Pathfinder back in the day, for Paizo back in the day. And this is 10 years ago, easily. And it was for their adventure path coming out. And we ran it, and there was a lot of special spells. And somebody had the ability to summon like really large creatures. And I thought they were going to use it like in the river or the lake. And I'm acting as one of the GMs and marshals for this event. And the guy comes up to me and goes, listen, I can summon an aboleth. I was like, yeah. He's like, and I'm not going to summon it in the water. I'm like, why would you not summon it in the water? It's like, it doesn't say I have to do that. That is the queen of that house over there, right? That's the matron? I was like, yes. He's like, I'm going to summon it at the top of the chasm and let it drop because aboleth cannot fly. I was like, aim it to drop it on him? He's like, yeah, her and her whole entourage gone, splattered. I was like, that's like a 200-foot tall cavern. That's like a D6 every 10 foot. He's like, I know. So I can tell you that they definitely won the competition between who was going to own the Drow house by using one of the most smart, intelligent, bad guy creatures of all time and dropping it and just crushing like 30 people in the middle of a seance. So that's my favorite use of a spell. Summon aberration, I think is what it was. Yeah, super fun. So
that is very cool.
That's my favorite. My favorite is reduce and enlarge, and I carried a giant's door as a belt buckle that I would use for like rafts and bridges for one of my mages. That was my favorite use of the spell that I used to use all the time. That's some second edition love, though.
That's cool. Now,
you got yourself all put in?
I gotta know, of our skill proficiencies, which would you like for this one? Because you get to choose from Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation, Medicine, and Religion. You get 2.
Religion, obviously.
Religion it is. That sounds pretty standard and smart for this character.
And while I think it would be cool if he knew Arcane, I don't think he knows why he can do the stuff he does. So I don't think he's trained in Arcane. But I think, what was the other option? Investigation, what else was there?
History, Insight, Investigation, Medicine.
I think Insight. I think he's very aware.
Oh,
I think he watches and does a lot of things. And he is here because he followed a call here of some form. And I think he followed probably like a weather patterns or something like that. If he could get nature, I would have taken that in a heartbeat. But maybe
you
later.
Can maybe take it. You might still be able to take it before it's over with. So there's strength, class, and ability. Let's see.
Man, not a lot of abilities out of the gate. You just got spellcasting to start, because
I got to figure out what our spellcasting ability is. That's the only thing I'm spellcasting. A student of magic, you cast as cleric and wizard spells, so it's intelligence.
Yes.
Intelligence, that's wisdom, not right. Intelligence. Number of cantrips you get. What's the base build?
Cantrips
here
4, and
is
then
4 and 2 for the first one. 4.
You got it.
A spell list. You can choose. What did I say? From the wizard
and cleric.
And cleric, wizard. I can't add another one.
You put a spell on it, yeah.
But I'll go with wizard for now, and we can add cleric. We can
hilarious.
Make it happen.
I hope that you put a spell on me is in comment to the aboleth falling 200 foot and crushing someone, because that's hilarious if that's what you just did. If not, I'm going to say you did and just give you credit.
That's so good. All right, now how do you like to roll stats? Do you want to roll
it's different. I roll 46, drop the lowest, and give everyone in the party the same stats is how I do it. Great. It's super fun, but we can do whatever you want to do. You can just auto-assign them.
Well, there they are.
46 dropped the lowest. Boy, those are crappy stats. No wonder why I left the Tundra. I was going to die. Those are atrocious.
Also, this is your level 1 self. This is when you just...
whatever. I make average look good.
Yeah.
I have one solid stat and the rest are hot garbage. Yeah, apparently I'm missing both legs and arm and eyes, and all I can do is feel the ground with my nose.
I feel like your intelligence, since it's your casting, should probably be the highest.
16. We'll go with 16 for that.
What about
I think the next highest is strength.
Yeah.
The next highest after that is going to be wisdom.
Yeah.
The next highest after that's going to be con.
Oh, wait, I got to do it this way. 13, 13. Con is a 12.
Yep, works for me. I think my lowest stat is not going to be charisma. It's going to be dexterity, actually.
Oh, interesting.
I think that they are old. I think they have a hard time moving about. Like they lived in, the joints are messed up. Nothing works right anymore. His heal every mornings and spells like that are for himself.
Now, before he bailed out of the Tundra, what was his background? What was he up to?
Do we have any... Is there any backgrounds from the city book?
There are. I don't know if they're in here, but guess what I've got?
Yeah, I see it. That's why I said that. Can I say, by the way, ever since 3rd edition, I don't know, Dot, how long you've been playing tabletop. But
about 13 years.
When they released 3.0, they made physical copies of the monster manual and all that stuff when they came out. Like, did you see those in person? They were gorgeous.
Yeah, they were beautiful.
Like full-size versions.
Yeah.
When you all started making your special edition copies, and they were like a combination of Hydro 74 stuff, which we've seen for all that stuff, and those, I was so happy. Because I love iconic representation of a book more than imagery on a book.
Okay.
So the new special edition books you guys have that are just like the shapes and designs, love those.
Yeah, I'm pretty fun. This is, right now, this one is by far my favorite. The Cities and Towns is just extraordinary.
Yeah, well, world building is my favorite thing to do in tabletop. So I'm so excited for that I can't even tell you.
We do have some backgrounds in here. We've got the Appraiser.
It's like I looked at it.
It's like you knew. The Midwife.
That's hilarious.
Yep, the Public Servant and the Vigilante.
Ooh, what does the Midwife do?
That's a good question. So the Midwife, as written,
I have an idea forming for this person.
So, of an early age, your mentors trained you in the skills of midwifery. You witnessed many births, later accompanied others as you became practicing the art of delivering children and providing comfort and calm words. Through your training, you can readily identify common illnesses and are skilled in the creation and application of herbal remedies.
Perfect. I think I'm taking that because I think I moved out of where I was because there is a fertility issue in the men in the culture.
Yeah.
And I am out looking for a solution.
I like
because there is no vegetation that really survives in a tundra well. And they sure as heck don't have the medicine option that I need to fix this problem.
That's true. And you would get it this way. In fact, you're going to get many of the same skill proficiencies. So let's see here.
Yep.
It's going to be a skill proficiency. You're going to get.
I mean, obviously.
Oh, that's the appraiser.
Nature,
that
medicine.
can't be right. It's
nature
not.
or medicine, I think, makes
and
sense.
Persuasion is what you get.
Let's do medicine. That makes the most sense. For
you actually get both.
Oh, even better. I can persuade
and
people.
Persuasion. Yeah, because you're a calming presence.
How amazing.
Oh,
I don't want to say this. I would ruin.
I
might ruin Monday's show, so I'll be quiet.
Oh, don't ruin too much.
Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea.
You do have a tool proficiency, so you're going to get some tools, which of course they don't have here.
I'd say a medicine kit. If not, just add. There's an option.
It's
to add
a healer
custom.
and an herbalism kit.
I just hit
So
add
what I
custom.
might do is manually input those for ease at the end.
No, I think if you do a drop down, isn't there a custom option? Click and see if there's a custom option for tools when you go to add it.
Oh, you know what? I can do a custom feature.
Yeah, right there. And we'll just drag it in afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. So I can just do a custom
feature. Don't worry, I can keep secrets. Moxie, first off, no, because it's aimed at you because you're playing, so I'm definitely not going to ruin it.
Right.
She's in my D-Lant show right now, and we're a very big secret group right now. And because there's 2 shows running parallel, so they all think that everything is spying all the time now. The level of paranoia.
Something happened to somebody, is what I
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Something happened to somebody. All right.
People are allowed to drop into our calls and spy.
So in our last few minutes, I want to get through here at least the basic build. So Erik can come in and maybe work in some of these really dope frost spells that we worked about. And you might have to pop in on Monday to see those. But
I mean, no, you are going to have to.
You're going to have to. So I'm going to leave your equipment open because this seems like a boss level character when you're done with it. So
someone's thinking in the same line I am.
But we do have some cantrips here. Now, if we look at some of these cantrips in the styles of magic.
I want something that I can preserve bodies with.
Oh, let's see.
Like either, like stopping decaying or freezing them or something along those lines.
I bet we've got something. So we've got a couple
I know there are.
Biting arrows, right? Creeping ice, which is kind of
done. I just like the name. I don't even care what it does.
Yeah.
That just sounds right for me.
So not only is it going to make it difficult terrain, but the creature in the area where you cast it must also make a successful strength saving throw or be restrained by it. So it's creepy. It's actually like creepy.
Yeah. That's a great way to take the stuff that I need.
So this is technically a 2nd level spell, but
is it? Well, don't worry.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it
eventually.
He's gonna get it.
What cantrips do we have in the new book?
That's what I was taking a peek at here. So it looks like we've got, these are some big guys.
We get wizard and cleric.
So we basically get biting arrow, ray of frost, and shiver as like base level cantrips if you're using this ice school, this frost school magic.
100%.
So we might actually be able to put those in. So biting arrow, pretty standard.
I know we can for sure put ray of frost in, and that's a classic.
Yep, ray of frost, cantrip's pretty standard, right? Shiver. I think we also have shiver in here. That one might be. Nope, there it is. And you actually get one of your choosing. Because
I want one that's cleric because I can heal and do stuff and I'm traveling. I think some form to either like gentle repose kind of feel or something along those lines. Like something to stop bodies from decomposing.
Semblance of dread. And it might be because I had to put in wizard first, so we might have to pull a cleric one, which is easy.
For now, just select one, and then when we get to the end, we'll just drag one in. And I'll start looking for that right now.
I'll just put Shocking Grasp, and we can edit it later. Now, in terms of our level 1, it was literally the first thing I saw. We have Borea's Kiss,
What's that?
Icicle daggers.
That sounds like
and
a really
snowy
dirty midwife
coat.
spell.
That's what I was thinking. Let's see. Borea's Kiss. It is a first level spell. You cause one target or creature within range of you to become encapsulated in a pocket of fiery cold, fiercely cold air.
Yes.
Make a Constitution saving throw or drop any object in hand and suffer disadvantage. I basically imagine you going, right?
Right.
And it's just like winter frost.
Yup. You ever, so I don't know if anyone's in a cold state, but when you walk outside, the first thing you do is breathe because you determine how humid and how dry the cold air is and if you need a scarf or not, so you can have some humidity while you're walking around so your lips don't turn into a tundra, a cracked tundra.
A cracked tundra. So we'll probably have to, put that one in manually, but I can do that after we populate this.
Done.
And then we've got a few, let's see, we've got icicle daggers and snowy coat. I'm interested about this snowy coat.
Snowy coat?
Yeah.
Maybe it makes you warm in bad weather?
That's kind of was my hope, is that you kind of have snowy coat. Makes a slight alteration to the target creature's appearance that gives it an advantage on dexterity stealth checks to hide in snowy terrain.
Welcome to the show, Hawkeye.
Welcome in. So snowy coat basically gives you this advantage on dex stealth checks to hide in snowy terrain.
I'm going to need that because my death is hot garbage. My dex is horrible.
Yeah, exactly. So this spell.
So you lay basically in a snowbank and then grab the I like that.
Yeah,
I'm basically the snow boogeyman at this point.
Yeah, you are the snow boogeyman. And this is how this is how
cryptids are born.
Right. This is how tall tales and creepy things of small towns. It's kind of like I imagine there's like whispers around the town of St. Coastin. Like, don't go.
I mean, there are
storm.
people missing literally right now.
Yep. So I'm actually going to move forward on that front. We don't have to worry about feats because you're just a wee babe level 1 at the moment.
Wee babe.
Now, the biggest and most important question is, what is your name?
Boy, so
chat sure does love naming things. So
what's that?
We need a good ice name. Chat sure does love.
No, I was here for that last time. I was giving names. You guys went with a wackadoo name. This is a bad guy.
Bad guy. We need bad guy names.
We need bad guys' names.
Frosty.
not Frosty the Snowman or anything like that. I think, let's see here. Cold-based character name. I want something that has S's in it. Like Arthas from World of Warcraft is like a name that just inspires that kind of
Somebody did say
cold.
arthritis.
We're not naming him Arthritis. Come on, people. Come on.
I mean, you could go, the Snowmeister.
Sub-Zero.
Thinking like, get over here.
I think his last name should be Sleet.
Ooh, I
something
like
along
Sleet.
those lines.
Sleet. It's just too easy. EET. I'm thinking like, what are terms that we with not just winter, but like frigid cold. Like I'm thinking
like
Aurora Borealis. I'm thinking like
magic, cold magic. Name another language is Abrus, which is Abrus. Abrus sleet. It means Abrus. It means magic. So basically cold magic. Calvin, Calvin is good too. I think that's my familiar's name if I ever get one.
I mean, I like that. Abrus Calvin Sleet. He sounds
kind
of important.
Give him the middle name.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the last village he destroyed.
Oh, he like takes on new names based on that's like that. I like that.
Last village was Calvin, everybody.
Yeah, the last village killed was Calvin.
Or maybe it's the village elder's name.
Sounds to me like maybe on the next Kobold chats, Erik needs to build the town destroyed of Kelvin.
Yeah, well, Kelvin. I think Kelvin was the whoever the organization or the head of it, a mayor, an elder. He takes the name of the person because he's looking for a way to save everyone in his tundra.
All right, I'm going to apply these changes, and that means now Erik can come back. You have a -1 initiative. Look at this poor baby.
Because, look, going last in initiative just means that I see what you do.
Oh, everybody's like, I want to go first. I was like, why? I don't know what anybody else is going to do.
I really know what you're doing
that way.
And how I'm going to turn you into ice kebabs.
So here we are at 4 o'clock. We have a base of this. Now, of course, as we saw last week, we can come in here and add those 2 level 1s, which Erik can do before Monday.
Yeah, we'll drag him on.
And drag and drop some cool things. Vault of Magic's in here. You might want to look and see if there's some frosty magic items he might carry.
I have some ideas.
Yeah.
I have some fun stuff for the show I'm bringing from my years in doing this. Like, we're going to get some sauciness.
Yeah, but I'm really liking this Theurge build. It feels like a way more. It does fill a niche, right? If you're looking at somebody
Yes.
that's wizard cleric,
It's a divine style arcane caster.
Yeah, I really like it. And I'll look forward to seeing what happens on Monday to our poor Skelly friends.
Can we talk about anything in the book? Are we allowed to mention something in the class that's in the doc?
Oh yeah, you can mention anything you want.
They have a Librum, which is one of my favorite words of all time. At first level, you gain a Theurgic Librum containing 6 first-level spells. You can choose these spells from Cleric or Wizard spell list. However, at least 2 of these spells must be from the Cleric spell list, basically saying you're identifying that you are also a divine being or creature. And at least 2 have to be from wizards. So it's making you split your choices. The spells you add to the Theurgic Librum as you gain levels reflect the magic and esoteric research you conduct and intellectual breakthroughs you have made about the nature of the multiverse. I'm sorry, you made this wizards I play, and now you gave me a way just to do it. You copy
Kobold
spells
Press,
like
out here answering questions, filling dreams, baby.
I think my Librum is made of stone and chain, and I think he uses it as a weapon to like break ice and stuff. Like I think it's a solid object that he encapsulates in ice. I think he's going to use a ball and chain.
I love it. I was thinking the same thing. It needs to be like that ice chunk.
Yeah, and then no one can read my stuff because it's mine. I thawed it, and before I pray, part of my pray is freezing it for the night.
Yeah, freezing it so it stays cold. Oh, love that. Okay, so if you want to see the full impact of this character and this city, St. Costa, for Erik,
which you guys built,
which all of you built, Monday night, 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, right here on the Kobold Press channel. Now, before we can end today, we had a lot of announcements. I'm not going to recap. I'm sorry, you're going to have to go watch the VOD. But
someone should be clipping this stuff.
I have the most important announcement of the day. This is my torch.
You have a torch?
I have a torch.
Is it a physical torch? Don't burn your house down.
It's not. It's my screen torch. It's right here. This is the content production manager torch. This is me. This is me taking this torch and moving it.
Oh my! It has a white background. What are you doing?
Just take the torch, Erik. Just
why?
Take the torch.
Why has it got a white background?
I don't know.
What is that?
Have a white background.
Oh my
but there
Lord,
it is.
Can I get my hand?
Yeah. You just here you go. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like right here, I think, right?
Yeah.
Because we can't see it in here. It's only on stream, so I'm like trying to find it.
There it is. That is the torch. It has been.
You all found why they are making me do this now. This GIF is the reason that I am doing this now.
Erik officially has the torch. I am hands up. Yes, tune in
next week as I make it transparent.
There it is. The torch has been passed. Erik Frankhouse, our new content production manager.
Lord.
You will see Erik next week. Same Kobold time. Same Kobold channel for more Kobold chats where I imagine we'll be diving deep into a little bit of cities and towns.
I mean, it's on the dossier.
Oh, maybe. But you'll have to tune in next week to find out, everybody. Until the next time I see you, because it won't be the last. I appreciate it.
I still have to have you on?
Yeah, you're allowed to ask, at least.
All right.
Only if you want to. I do appreciate you.
You're half the reason I wanted to do this.
and as I, pass the torch, I think it's important for me to tell all of you, thank you for pretty much every Wednesday for the last 2 years. I've been right here at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern for this silly little show we call Kobold Chats, where we talk all things Kobold Press. We talk to all the Kobolds, and it's because of all of you that I've kept this show going because I love it. I love it so much. So now Erik has the torch. He gets to be all in all of that love, and y'all don't forget me because I will pop up. I'm like,
we should just still have you on, for 30 minutes once a month, so you can come in and spill secrets.
Coming at the end, yeah.
Just come in and spill secrets, like take over. Yeah, exactly. Maybe have you record some things. I'll put it in as a weekly update.
I'll be our Kobold Chats weather girl this week. The weather's looking really foggy, as we don't know what's going on. Yeah. I love it so much. Thank you, everybody, so much, and we will see you again next week. Have a wonderful afternoon, and
you can find me everywhere under my name.
Yes, go search for Erik. Show him all the love. Shout
Erik Frankhouse everywhere. There's only one in the world.
He has all the control next week.
Oh, do I have it?
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.